Lovely.
Hello everybody, I'm new to Land, Jamie Power back for a video, and today I'm going to do a video talking to you guys about what movies have I watched over the last sort of week or so, because I've been off YouTube for a bit and I've been watching a few things in here and there, so let's go over all the things that I have watched over the last sort of week or so. Going to start off then with Mickey 17, did a sort of out the cinema reaction thing. I went a bit OTT with that film, to be honest. I actually went to see it again and I think it's a very good film, very well made film. Basically it tells the story of Mickey 17. He is a clone, he's been up in space, and basically when he dies, the space people, they get him to do another mission, and if he dies it doesn't matter, he's expendable. And then he comes back one day and Mickey 18 is there. They haven't realised that he's still alive, so it's like a drama, sci-fi, comedy thing. It's very odd, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really solid film. Cinematography, the acting, especially from Robert Pattinson, very good stuff. It's an interesting film. It's got some political stuff about it, but overall, I think it's a very strong film, and I would probably go like probably an 8.5 out of 10. I liked it very much. Marching Powder. Now this is a film with Danny Dyer, and it's basically like a modern version of Football Factory. And I used to like those films, Football Factory, Green Street, The Business, all that sort of stuff was quite fun back in the day. And now it's a few years later, it feels dated. And I thought this film was very hit and miss. Some of the comedy works, some of the comedy does not work. I thought the story was a bit thin, it didn't really go anywhere. And to be honest, the character does not learn a single thing. He's exactly where he was at the end of the film that he is at the beginning. So yeah, it's alright, it's got lots of swear words, including the use of cunt. Yeah, that's right, a lot of use of the word cunt. You go away. People don't want to hear that. Well, I guess some do, but but anyway, yeah, it has a lot of use of that word. Cunty, cunty, cunt, cunt, cunty, cunty, cunt, cunt for a hunt in the country. Not that is an issue, but the problem is when you say it all the time, it loses its impact. And if it's meant to be funny, if you've heard it 100 times, then it's not funny so much. But the film itself does have some very good bits. Like I said, the acting from Danny Dyer, he's playing the usual Danny Dyer role. It's just we've seen it all done before and done better. It was all right. My cinema experience was bloody awful. They had a woman come here who was drunk and thought she was a London geezer and was like doing all this, you fucking, look at the fucking state of Danny Dyer, mate. He was doing all that sort of stuff. And I thought it might have been a PR thing, or it might have been just, but no, it seems to attract a certain crowd, this film, because a lot of blokes come out and go, yeah, fucking film that was, mate. But yeah, the film itself for me, I thought it was okay, but don't go to cinema to see it. I say wait till it's on streaming or something. It's an average okay one-off watch, and I would give that one a 5.5 out of 10. I wasn't that bothered about it. Flow. Now this is a film about a cat, and it's been won Best Animated Film at the Oscars. I really enjoyed this film. I thought the animation was fantastic, and you can see why it won the Oscar for its animation. However, I think Wild Robot had a better story and was a bit tighter with its pacing. But this is a beautiful film. The animation is truly unique and wonderful. Some of it looks really amazing. A couple of things here and there, little sus, but overall, this film is almost flawless. I think it looks beautiful. Like I said, the animation. And it feels like you're playing a computer game or watching the cutscenes of a computer game. That's how it felt to me, but I thought it was really well done. Yeah, I did enjoy this film. It does come out in cinemas a couple of weeks' time, but I got to see it early, so yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I would give that one 8.5 out of 10. The Gorge, which stars Anna Taylor-Joy and I forget his fucking name, but he was in Fantastic Four Stick and Whiplash, which was fantastic as well. And basically it tells the story of two snipers, one boy, one girl, opposite a massive huge gorge, and there's something down in that fucking hole that keeps trying to poke its head out, and they've got to shoot at it so that it doesn't come back out. And that's the basic plot. What happens down there, you'll have to watch the film and find out, as Geek Legion Doom would say. I thought the film itself was actually quite good. I thought it starts off more like a drama with a bit of romance thrown in, and then we have a bit of action here and there, and then it all goes to action. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really liked the slow bits, didn't bother me at all. I liked the setup, the story, the situation, the characters are fine. I liked it. A little predictable, but what is down there you won't see coming, and it's a bit sad. But it's also it's really good. I really enjoyed it. It reminded me a bit of The Last of Us, the computer game, and then the TV series that came out, which was also very good. It reminded me a bit of that. But overall, yeah, really good film, and I'd probably go like a 7.5 out of 10. Toxic Town, and this is a true story. It's a TV series on Netflix. It's about these women that give birth to a baby at the same sort of time, and they come out deformed, whether it's an ear or if they're missing fingers, and they take on the people who are running it, who are in the area. I'm not going to go into too much, but that's the basic plot. It's a very good series, a little wobbly at the beginning, but it soon picks up, and it's it has a very good ending as well. And it's really scary that this actually happened, and it's very unfair, and it's good that the story is getting told, because it's very important as well to be aware of these things. It's a very good show. I really enjoyed it. The acting all round was very good. Even Jodie Whittaker, she was good in it as well. Better in this than Doctor Who anyway, and not that's her fault, that's down to the writing, but yeah, anyway, good series. I recommend it. I would say a 7 out of 10 for the series. On Disney Plus, on Hulu, they have got a series called Devil in the Family, and this is about a YouTuber family, particularly aimed at focused on the mother, and yeah, it goes batshit fucking crazy. They give out this image that they're all happy and jolly, like most YouTubers do. You know, everybody says about YouTube that when I do YouTube that I come across as very happy and jolly, and then when I switch off the camera, I'm not like that. Actually, I am like that. But when you do YouTube, you do have to raise it a little bit, because people don't want to watch some moping old sod, do they? They want to see somebody who's positive and energetic and happy, and actually they're doing this for that reason, because they like doing it. It's like I do in my videos. I am what I am. You meet me in person, I'm exactly the same, a twat.
Is that bald-headed twat from Bournemouth?
But yeah, and so this just paints a picture of how things are different. It shows footage of them recording, and then when they're not recording, but it is recording, you know, when it's not edited out. And it's fucking terrifying, some of the things this mother says and does. And it just goes there. Episode 3 particularly is extremely dark and quite upsetting, but it was really important to watch it. Again, another series that's important to watch. These things do happen, and it just shows how bonkers some of the people are out there. It was a really interesting show. It's only 3 episodes. It is worth a watch. I liked it. I say 8 out of 10 for that series. Really interesting. Fantastic Four 1994. This is the film that never got released. I managed to get a copy thanks to a good friend of mine, and yeah, this film is I actually really enjoyed it. Now, it is very low budget. It's obviously it's not got the big spectacle like all the other Fantastic Four films. The special effects are very wobbly. It's all practical with some of the costumes, etc. And yeah, Mr. Stretch made me laugh so many times at how they did it. And yeah, I thought that I really did enjoy it. And it's obviously a VHS copy, because obviously it's never been released or digitally remastered, etc. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I appreciated it because, you know, it's a product of its time, and it never got released because they just wanted, the people that were making it wanted to keep the licensing. They didn't even tell the cast and crew they were gonna just never release it. And it's a real shame. I don't think it would have done too well at cinemas, but it would have been done well on a TV movie sort of thing. I really enjoyed it. I think the characters are all great. Dr. Doom was really good, and it's certainly better than the Miles Teller. That's his fucking name. I couldn't remember it earlier for the Gorge. He's in that one. Yeah, it's much better than that film, in my opinion. I don't mind that one. It's still not the best. It's pretty pants, but I can watch it. Whereas this one I actually found to be, it's sort of like watching a kids movie in a way. It's like a Saturday morning TV show, but I really enjoyed it. And the last shot of this film, the very last shot, as it goes to credits, is probably the best last shot I've seen in a very long time. It made me laugh like you wouldn't believe, and it's something which people would probably agree with, but I was in hysterics about 5 minutes after it. It made me chuckle so much. It's just my silly sense of humour. You'll know what I mean when you watch it, if you ever do get to watch it. It might be on YouTube still, go and search for it. Yeah, really liked it. And you know what, I'm giving it a high score because I really liked it. I'm going to go 8 out of 10. I know that's quite high, and it's not the best version, but I liked it. Now finally, I want to talk to you guys about a film that I saw very recently this week. They had a spotlight screening at Odeon Cinemas, and it wasn't showing, they didn't show it when it first came out, which was about a month ago. and I was really gutted they didn't show it, and then this came up a one-off screening, and it was on my day off, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go see it. It was in the evening, late evening, and I don't usually go at night because Bournemouth is rough as fuck. But anyway, back to the film. The film itself, Memoir of the Snail, is the follow-up from, it's not a sequel or nothing to do with it, but it's a follow-up from the director who did Mary and Max. Mary and Max is also a stop-motion animation film, and yeah, Mary and Max is amazing. I love Mary and Max. It's one of my favourite animated films ever made. It's wonderful, it's bleak, it's dark, and it's weird, but it's wonderful. And this is another sort of, you can tell it's the same filmmaker. This basically tells a story of a young girl and a twin brother who are born, and one thing leads to another, and mother and father both pass away, so they get split to foster care, they go to separate ways, and they write letters to each other, and she basically just goes about her day-to-day life. She lives with an elderly lady, and he is on a farm stuck with this religious family, and has to work every day, but they're both saving up money so they can be reunited. That's the plot. And this film floored me in a way. It was, you know, you see a lot of films and they're very good, and they're quite good, but there's something comes along sometimes that is special, and this won't be the same for everybody. Most people think, yeah, it's alright. This for me is the film of the year so far. I fucking loved every single minute about this, everything about this film. The music, the animation, the writing, the story, the characters, the voice work, everything about it, the direction, everything about this film was top notch. It's such a small scale, but it was so moving. I thought it was very funny. Some of the lines in this are hysterical, very offbeat, weird humour, and it's also extremely emotional at times, which is caught me under guard. There's a scene where they're separated. It's just, look, you just want to give the mate. It's only a bloody plastilene figurine thing. You want to give her a hug. The whole film, you want to give her a hug. For both of them, to be honest, the boy and the girl. You just feel so sorry for these characters, and you really root for them. And it's also very tragic and very dark. This is what I'm going to talk about now, the darkness in this film. When it goes dark, it is fucking dark. And I mean it with some of the subject matters into this. This is not a kid's film, it's a 15 for a reason. It goes into some directions which you don't see very often in this sort of thing. It's definitely not a mainstream film. But it is. But you know what, that's why it makes it so raw and edgy and different from everything else that comes out, especially from animated movies. Obviously most animated films are aimed at families. This is not for families. It's got sex, it's got I don't want to go into it too much. There is a violent scene in a barn that is with two characters, and all I can say is that it is distressing. But it's like I said, it does tackle some stuff which you would never expect, but I like the fact it's got that in there. It gives it a bit of punch, a bit of meat. But yeah, the film itself, it goes at a very good pace. It's very quirky. It is a comedy. Some of the humour, the humour is not going to be for everybody. Most people, well, some people won't get it. I do. It just speaks to me, and yeah, I fucking loved this film. I have pre-ordered the American Blu-ray. I want that in my collection. There's not many films these days I'm actually buying anymore, but this is definitely not one I will be buying, and I will rewatch it. In fact, if it was shown again this week, I'd go and see it again. I enjoyed it that much. This gets the perfect 10 out of 10 for me. Is it a perfect film? Probably not, no. Is it a good film? Yes, I'd say it's a good film, but it isn't going to be for everybody. I couldn't persuade my wife, she wasn't remotely interested in it. But me personally, this is my shit, man. I really dug it. Great story, comedy, drama, darkness. Oh, it's got the bells and whistles for me. I fucking loved it. 10 out of 10 for Memoir of a Snail. Highly recommend you check it out if it comes out on Blu-ray or DVD in this country. The previous film, Mary and Max, did get a UK DVD only. There is a American Blu-ray, but it's regionally locked. But there is a German Blu-ray of Mary and Max, which is about £10, that I do recommend picking up. I have to check if I think it's got English, but apparently somebody's had complaints about the Blu-ray, so you can't get the German subtitles off or something. So I'll look into that, see what I can find out. But yeah, fantastic. So that is the end of this video. I wanted to end it on a high with this fantastic movie. There will be some more film reviews coming soon. There's nothing really out that came out this weekend that I'm rushing out to see, but maybe one day maybe I'll one day see those titles, but there'll be some more next week, no doubt. So, but anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, play safe, and bye for now.